FOUCH FABS. It is Monday the 21st or 22nd. That's our first install of the week. So we've got a little Formica tear out here. It's going to be coming through the back deck area. I'll kind of show you what we've got going on here. So this is the back deck area. Of course, we'll have to move all this. We've got this set of steps here. So we'll put a ramp over. I asked the customer if it was all right if we backed our truck up here, because I noticed the tire tracks all the way up here, and he said don't tear up the yard. Well, it's been raining, so I don't know. You guys tell me if you think it'd have been all right for me to back the truck up here. Here's the truck. Well, there's the home. So we got that set of steps there in the front. I could have just backed the truck right up there and been right at it. We also got a set of stairs here and here. So just goes to show you the different types of customers you have. Last week I had awesome customers. They'd have been like, absolutely, I know that stuff's heavy. Here at Countertop Kings, we try to cut the tops as big as possible, so to make the job as nice looking as possible. So I cut this in 2 pieces. I almost went back to the shop and cut it in half and then brought it out here. But that would have hurt me. It would have cost me several hours to go back to the shop, cut it out and pulled it back in. So that's the only reason I'm going to go ahead and use the ramp and push it up there. So it just goes to show you, you know, Lord makes all kinds of people. So anyway, I'll show you the rest of the install as we go. All right, everybody. So just for those of you who have never done a laminate tear out before, you've got this little metal band trim piece that wraps around. It goes from your actual countertop up to, say, your laminate backsplash. And the way that works, you see here, it's got a little lip that goes up under that laminate against the wall. Well, then it sits on top of this actual countertop itself. So there's no way to really get this countertop off without getting this lip off. So you have to pull the lip off where you can get the counter off. If not, you're gonna, I don't know, have a hard time, I guess is the best way to put it. So I always go through, pull off my little metal trim pieces, then start working on my countertops. It's your best way to do it, hands down. So that's just a little tidbit for somebody who hasn't done a laminate tear out before. Alright guys, this is a good shot of this lip going in here. Kind of shows you how far out that lip goes, so you can see how it makes it pretty impossible to do one without doing the other. So you've got a 1-inch lip coming out going under this here. So you have the same on the bottom there. So this kind of shows you what would happen if you try to do one without the other. Alright guys, another little tip for you, and this can work if you're doing an install or if you're doing a tear out / install. We've got 2 L pieces, and like I said, I cut them in 1 piece each, but we've got a cooktop here and we've got our fridge. Most time fridges will roll forward, but they won't roll sideways. So it's in our best interest to get this cooktop out of the way. When you get a cooktop, they're heavy. You always want to open the door. Make sure they haven't stored any pans inside the cooking area, which I did that before we initially moved it. When I opened it, I did find pans in there. If you don't check for those, there's a chance you lean it forward and end up breaking the glass. So make sure you do that. Also, once you lift it up, you want to have a blanket or something here so you can set it on. That keeps you from having to carry it from point A to point B. It also allows you to slide it without scratching the floor. So that's just another tip to help you out. Alright guys, as you know, on my videos I go throughout the install, but so I put my laser level on this, and you can see, you know, this side here drops down about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch over here. The Lazy Susan area, like it is on 99% of homes, drops down around 1/2 inch or so. Over here, which is, you know, where it's going to show visually, we're pretty good where your stove goes together. This side over here with the sink run and stuff, it's actually pretty good. So as a whole, the cabinets aren't too bad. I've seen a lot worse, but anytime you have a tear out install, once you get these countertops torn out, you always want to put your laser level on there so you can see what you're working with. Otherwise you're blind. You may have a problem with cracking a top or something like that, especially on the sink run area. So by putting my laser level on there, it tells me which drawers to pull out so that I can get in there to put shims in, and so on and so on. So it's just always better to be prepared on what you're going to run into. Alright guys, always 100% of the time on a sink run, you want to put your bars on there to prevent it from flexing and breaking, especially when you got a track like that to go up. And we'll be laying this down in the house to get it on the top, so just make sure you take all precautions. Alright guys, so another thing you want to watch out, I showed you guys the trail we had to go up earlier, but you see our tires here, we got mud on the tires of our car. So you can see we laid out our blankets in the house. You want to make sure you keep everything covered with your blankets. You don't want to get mud in the customer's house or floor. There's a chance we may, but you want to take every precaution you can not to. So that's what we're doing. Alright guys, this is why I was saying you want to make sure you keep the wheels of that car on your blankets. As you can see, there's mud everywhere. You do not want to get this on your customers' hardwoods or their carpet by any means. So we do have mud on our blankets. We'll have to take them to the laundromat or whatever, but that's a whole lot better than having to redo somebody's floors. Alright guys, we've got the install finished here. Tony's still taking all the stuff down to the truck. Sinks mounted, backsplash installed, everything's clean, sealed, silicone, painters caulked out. We also cleaned up all of our blankets and things that were in the floor, as you saw earlier. We also swept up the floor, put the drawers back in and all that. Alright guys, I just want to give you another quick view of everything. Customer installed his own bracket on the dishwasher. I subtracted it from the quote. As you can see, I've also took my shoes off in the house.